Hello everyone, and welcome to Kyzer and the Voices. I am Kyzer Acheron, the host with the Voices, and welcome back to Kyzer Plays Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. Last episode, we made it to Rockstar. This episode, we are continuing forward. Now, I want to talk about something. No, it's nothing bad, don't you fret. There's no major announcements, I just want to chit-chat. Basically, I read all your comments, and a lot of you want me to do a top 10 list on my favorite abilities from Kirby. Oh, specifically this game. So, you know what? I just might. I might honestly make a list. I'll have to go through the entire game and comb out every single ability possible, as well as record footage. But, I mean, it'd be worth it, just to give you guys my own comprehensive list. You know, and, you know, it'd be interesting to see how my list compares to others. And who knows? Might be full of surprises that you wouldn't expect. So, yeah, I might honestly make that a video at some point. So, yeah, get hopefully ready to see that at some point in the future. Now then, let's focus on the task at hand, getting through these levels and collecting those shards. So, we have a sort of, wow, dickish rock. Forgot that they could do that little lift. Well, if you thought that was weird, this is even weirder. A bow that has a flaming arrow that jumps. Because video game logic! Now then, moving right along, the first crystal shard of this particular level is here, with the mummy eyeballs. I don't know their names at the top of my head. I wish I did, but you can't swallow them. They are non-consumable enemies, but there's the crystal shard over there. I will tell you how to get it once we get there. But it is there, just so you are aware. First off, climb to the top and get this one up. Second, go down to the third ledge and then fall down this hole. Basically, this is the next crystal shard we collect. I don't remember what number we're at specifically, but I will put the number on screen because I have been keeping track of that. If I recall correctly, it's 14, because if I recall correctly, we ended Popstar with 10. So by that count, this will be, and that last level had 3, so that's 13, so that'd be 14, I think. Alright, if not, you'll see it on screen. Here's the next crystal shard, right underneath this room of ghosts. Like, literally just under there. Fly under and collect. Alright. Another one up, because why not? Even though they really have no use unless you're, like, playing this all in one go. Then it'd have a use, but I mean... Alright, the last crystal shard of the level always evades me. Like, Rockstar, I have trouble remembering where a lot of the shards are. Mainly because it's not my favorite world. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like this game and its worlds and all that stuff. It's like, just saying that I don't like it is a blanket statement, really. Like, I love it because it's got that old temple-y feel to it, especially with some of the later levels. But in terms of worlds that I thoroughly enjoy, I put it low on the list. You know, compared to the other levels we're going to see later, I definitely enjoy what they do a little bit better. But that's just my opinion. Kind of like how it's my opinion on the whole drill thing, which, Wombu, if you did see that, please tell me you didn't take offense. I was just playing, my man. I really was. I wasn't trying to cause controversy or nothing. I was just having fun. But no, I do stand by my statement on drill, though. It is vastly broken if you know how to use it. But that's just me. Oh yeah, and if you lift those stand guys up, they pretty much just, like, into nothing. Oh, you want to see a stupid ability? Red and yellow, or as I like to call it, the MasterCard combination. And like anyone who owns a MasterCard that gets taken over by them, this is what your head feels like when dealing with their BS. It's literally just setting himself on fire and running. That's it. Kind of dumb. Really dumb, actually. Alrighty. Moving right along. Actually, let's get another one of my favorites, Ice and Spike. It creates this really pretty icicle. So yeah, anyways, the last shard is in this room. It's a bit of a maze, so I'm gonna get lost. I don't mean to get lost, but them's the breaks. I believe it is on this side. Basically, you gotta go up, straight down, and then all the way to the left. Well, not all the way to the left. Go close, almost all the way to the left. Then go up this flight of ladder stairs. Watch out for the fire dragon spitting its fire. And you gotta smash this wall here. Boom! And here's the next crystal shard, right through this maze. And habushki! Just because I don't like the fact they keep ruining my bits. And now all you gotta do is basically just get through the maze, which is fairly simple if you know where you're going. Basically, just climb this rope, climb that rope, smash this wall, smash that wall, smash all the walls, get some food along the way. Watch out for the spinny electric thingy! Climb all the way to the top, smash this wall, and then there you go. You're out of the maze. One thing I love about this game is you do get to sort of work with King DDD as a friend instead of, constantly just fighting him. It's a nice change of pace. Okay, this level. I know that getting the crystal shards in this one's going to be a bit of a butt, but we're going to get it anyway. Okay, first we fall into a cave. Now, I know one of them requires an ability that is behind a thing of bones. I think it was rock that I needed. So hopefully there is a rock. Or was it fire? As I swallow a freaking a skull as I get a fireball. Was it stone I needed? Let's see. Was it the stone? Yes, it most certainly was. I need a rock. Okay. Let's toss this out. Hopefully we find a rock on our travels. Doubt it. Also, yeah, if you collect an elemental enemy and then a regular enemy at the same time, the star that it produces is actually tinted in the color of that star. I need a rock. I'm gonna go back to level 1 for a second. Let me go get a rock. I need a rock. You're a spike. Screw off. I need a rock. You're a flame. Screw off. Again, cactus. Screw off. Don't need you. Don't need you. Go away. Sandwich. Do need you, though. Not sure I needed the block. I mean, yeah, it's fiber and all, but you really need it? Come on. How long does it take to get a rock in the desert? There you go. Now then, off back to this level. Icky ducky. Okay. I could have sworn that it was... It has to be. I'm trying to think of the numbers now. It's going to be on screen regardless, so, I mean, it's a moot point. But, I mean, I still try to remember for my own sake. Although, in all reality, I probably just could pull up the Let's Play on my phone and check that way. But I ain't going to cheat like that. I ain't going to do it. Alright, so basically use the rock to break this bone chunk. Even though that makes no sense. But the crystal shard is pretty much in this fossil's mouth. I love the sound effect that is made whenever you collect a shard. It's a nice sound. Okay, so on to the next shard. As I roll past the dragon. One thing I do love about stone in this game in particular is that, yes, it does the typical, turn into... Well, thank you for ruining that beef. It does do the typical stone thing, but it also just kind of keeps you, physically there. Also, I think this is the hole you need to go down. No, it is not! Up we go! Okay, the next crystal shard's kind of tricky. Essentially, you need to go down the right hole. That sounds so wrong without context. I don't know how I died there. Basically, you need to fall... Well, fall to my death, but no. Basically, fall down this hole, and you're gonna fight a mini-boss. Now, unlike the other times you fight a mini-boss and you get a shard, this is gonna be a little bit different. Although I do love that you get giant cutter from this. Yeah, basically, fall down a hole, and the crystal shard is your reward for beating said boss. It's just delayed. Alrighty, moving right along. Now we basically just play the rest of the level, and if I recall correctly, I think we do need a specific power-up to get the next shard. If I'm wrong, then oh well, but I distinctly remember there being a power we needed. I like ice. Ice is fun in this game. Ice is fun in most Kirby games, let's be honest. ice and cutter. What did that make again? Oh, one of my favorites, the ice skates. The ice skates are also one of those broken abilities because look, you can just skate across most obstacles. Like, it's just fun. Like, it's generally just a fun ability. You just skate. You just skate across. That's all you gotta do. Just go for a little skate. You can jump over most obstacles. Most, not all, most. It does some great damage to smaller enemies like these guys. Right down into the water we go. And yeah, it even kind of works underwater. To quote Phil Swift, it even works underwater. Okay, the last crystal shard is not under an elemental thing, so I was wrong in that assumption. Though there will be one that is sort of locked under a power-up in the next level, sort of. I'll get to that when we get to that. Essentially, just swim through here. Don't worry about exploring anywhere here, because the last shard is actually in this particular tool. That makes no sense, but work with me here. Basically, just swim through all the obstacles, and eventually, you're gonna see some bones falling from this chasm. See what I mean? Bones falling from the chasm. They've fallen. Basically, what you gotta do, swim up as fast as you can, because eventually, well, you know what? There's a big one. Yeah, just swim up and grab the shard. Is that simple? And then we clear the level. Swoop. Alright, let's try to get the enemy card. And got it. Now, very rarely, he'll do like a face, indicating that it's a repeat. Okay, so for this one, we need you. Come to me. We also need another power coming up later. But we need that rocket. Trust me when I say for the crystal shard we are getting, we need it. Which I believe we are up to 16 now. Because my math serves me right. We've got the 3 from the first level, the 3 from the second, 3 from the third, and then the 1 from the boss. Then we got 6 more, so we should be up to 16. I think. The math serves me right. Wait, no. Because, okay, 13, and then the next one was 16, then the last one we played was 9, so we're up to 19, actually. I think. My math could be wrong on this one. I could be completely incorrect, but I'm going to assume we're at 19. Hopefully that assumption is correct. Moving on, I love this level. This is one of my favorite levels in the entire game, is entering this sort of like spacey kind of base in the middle of the desert. It's very much sci-fi, and it reminds me a lot of like Stargate, Fifth Element type stuff, where there's like this hidden temple that actually houses a lot of really cool kind of sci-fi stuff. Anyways, bomb and electricity is the ability we need. Also, crystal shard number 20, if I am doing my math right, is right here. Basically, just slip through these moving bridges and collect. And then quickly fly out of it, because you don't want to lose the ability you have. Trust me, it'll make sense in a minute. Ah, perfect. Bomb and electricity makes light bulb. This light bulb is going to help us solve the next puzzle. Okay, sun, moon, fish. Okay, so in this room, there are switches. You need to press them in the right order. So, sun, moon, fish. And that gets us the next crystal shard. Crystal shard 21. Solve the picture puzzle. And then the last one, I think, is in this room, which honestly is kind of cool with all the moving elevators and such. It's kind of nice. Also, I want to bring up something cool. Remember how I said if you pick up certain enemies, like, you can get different effects? Well, not like that. Basically, you pick them up, and then you use them. In this case, the parasol actually kind of slows your descent. See? Simple and effective. But with enemies like this cubey-looking thingy, or diamond cubey thingy, not what I wanted. Get over here. You hold it up, and it actually shoots. That's kind of cool. And I love that in this game, things like that just happen. Like, it's just a thing. But I'm going to absorb it so we have a power for the mini-boss that is basically a giant version of these things. and then combine it to make another one of my favorites, Double Elect, which is basically like this sort of... I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, just defeat the mini-boss of this room and collect Crystal Shard number 22, I think. I should be right on that mathematics. If not, I'll put the right number in editing. Then you just kind of climb up these walls of electricity as you've got these little sparky balls trying to chase us. Just fly away, little Kirby. All right, get the card. Got it. Alrighty, nice. And now we fight the boss of this area. Okay, let's see. We had 10, 13, 16, 19, 22. Okay, so this will be 23 when we beat these guys. And yes, I say guys, but really they're guys, gals. They're not really anything. They're just geometric shapes. Of doom! Yeah, look, they got freaking... You can summon swords and such. They're geometric shapes of death. But, Kyzer, you say, why are you saying shapes? Well, look it! There's more than one! It's a plural! I'm trying not to get shish-kabibbled. Shish-kabibbled? Really? Did I just say that? Oh, it's late. Anywho, basically just avoid their blades as they spin. And then eventually, Blue will join the crew. And you gotta avoid their wavy slice, which they kind of go back and forth with, literally. The best way to avoid it is basically just stay on the platforms that have a sort of raised elevation, because typically they don't hit there when they're doing the wavy thing. Okay. So this is the second boss of the game, main boss. Now, the best way to beat these guys is to collect their color and hit them with it. Why? It does the most damage. Okay. It hit. So yeah, basically 2 hits from each of their respective colors will break down one of them. And then once you break all 3, they are defeated. See? I just hit the blue one. And now very quickly, I think I can hit the red one just as quick. Boom! That takes care of that. Baba booey! And that is Crystal Shard number 23. Stop being adorable. Yo, Dedede, you're a jerk for ruining snack time. Anywho. With a pirate theme to send us off, tune in next time as we enter Aquastar. But till then, thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and a comment in the boxes below, letting me know your favorite moments from this episode. Also be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure all notifications are turned on. That way you know when we are getting through this wild, wet world. Also, share this video around to continue viewership and support is greatly appreciated. And of course, a very special thanks to the Tier 2 and Tier 3 Patreon supporters. Those being Cinemageddon Reviews, Aaron Lena, Five-Way Dragon, Grimmy Leon, Hitsuyona Corrento, Honor Higgins, iShibit88, Jesse Barbo 6, Jesse Alvarez, Mighty Chlorophyte, Nagi Oki, Seth Ryan Dotson, Sonic Destroyer 12, Sonic Star 21, Wyme 2021, Timid Recluse, Bossmaker, D-Wolf1414, Kylie Chance, Michaela Donnelly, Princess Funnyboon, Ruby the Wolf, So Fox MC, and Panda475. If you'd like to support the Patreon family, as well as get videos 24 hours in advance, exclusive Let's Plays, and a chance to choose a Let's Play for this channel, check the link in the description below to our Patreon. And with all that said, this has been Kyzer, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!